so mess. Judy. Oof. Also, I failed to edit video today because I spent early in the morning play games. That's not good. I think I started around 10, 11. Let's call it 11. 11 until 8. 11. Ooh, cover the mic. 11 until 8 o'clock. 11 until 8. Supposed to be 9 until 6. But yeah, I think that's fair trade. 8 hours to do some game coding. And then after that, procrastinate until today. Until now. What's the time? What's the time? It's 12 a.m. Sweet. It is 12 a.m. So technically here, not so much Judy and Ojo Hui. No, Ojo Hui, not so much Verandy. Terrible. Time flies. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 hours of nothingness. A little bit unproductive, but 8 hours to do coding. I think that's good. That's good. Need to clean up some stuff. Okay, so let me do this for a while. Let's see. Tablet turn on. Need to repurpose a lot of stuff. Okay, so let's continue on yesterday's story. Mainly, I think I need to do a closure for yesterday. So do I actually regret buying a house? No. Do I regret paying that much for a place where I could have gotten it cheaper? But in facing on a different place, basically pool side, it faced towards the pool, the other side. Okay, you know what? Let's wrap it up and put it in general. Do I regret buying on a more expensive price? I have to wholeheartedly, partially, but you know what? Let's call it I regret. Okay, let's put it today. I regret buying it at a higher price because I could have gotten it on a cheaper price, but different facing. Reasoning is, does it matter in the long run? A view. So that's one thing I learned. Location is one thing. Location when you're buying a property. The view, on the other hand, if you're gonna face the slump, of course it's not fun. Okay, you always want to have a nice view. For a period of time, I had one of the best views in cyber. Okay, one of the best views, basically looking at Putrajaya, and it's a lake, so it's awesome. I got a lakeside view, but then again, another building blocked me. So yeah, I regret because of that building blocked me. And because the building, like my floor is here, the building is just here, so it has since a high rise, so there's a red light, and that red blinking light has been has been a plague. Yes, not many people, no, actually a lot of people will not like it. A lot of people. So that's it, right? Wrapped up. Okay, now being said, okay, I regret buying at a higher price. Being said, everyone should at least have a place to stay that be expensive or cheap. So this is the point right now. 8 years ago, if I look back right now, 8 years ago, okay, it is always nice to have a place of your own. So that's it. And back then I barely scraped by. I need to do odd jobs. I think I said that yesterday, but I'm gonna recap a bit. You need to do some odd jobs because money is not enough. Because yeah, bills to pay, unexpected stuff, so many things that you cannot foresee, and it emphasized a lot. Actually, it emphasized a lot today. So 8 years ago, ever since no job. After that, 1 year later, I got a job. Well, not 1 year. 2012, bought the place. 2013, I think I have a record. You know what? I'm gonna leave it be. Yeah. Great, now I forgot the train of thought. Lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. So yes, not enough. And ever since that day, I already plotted the moment I get work, I will start building up my financial security. Basically, I keep my finance on check. That reminds me, I need to do my finance. Ever since the lockdown, I'm not doing my finance, and my last entry on this phone, let's see when is my last entry. It's definitely very, very bad. 30 days ago. Yep, I have 30 days I have not logged in, so this is bad. But then again, during quarantine, I hardly spend money, which is great. But then again, it reminds a lot of people don't really need to spend a lot of money. And I'm running on a different rule than everyone else. Some people might not get it, but some people might do it even more extreme, which is, well, if they're happy, great. So while I do my accounts and financial thing here, so story time back. So the house I need to pay every month. See, that's the thing, I have enough for the house, but I forgotten to pay for 1 or 2 months. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2 months first. I forgot to pay 1 or 2 months because the money, I'm not used of money coming in and money going. No, money comes in, money goes out. That's the routine. But when the money stops coming in, it doesn't go out. So that is very dangerous. Okay, SD card got full, so some stuff is missing. We just don't know where. Quick recap is house. Don't regret buying. Regret paying for a higher price. Done. Next. Not enough money for, what do you call this? Not enough money, even though I think I had enough money, and because of that I forgot to pay some bills. Not so fun. Yes, and that's one. And then once I get a job, see, that's the thing, once I get a job, building financial security is, it has and always been my #1 priority. But stupid decisions, which is partially greedy. Yes, that's not fun. And not trying out. A lot of people pester me with insurance, and a lot of time I say no, but they don't give up. And then I'm not so familiar back then. Okay, back then. Now I'm very familiar. That's why I can easily tell you that a lot of insurance are just not worth it, especially those fancy dancy saving insurance thing, while cleaning up my casing. Okay, so yep, okay, sweet, nice little phone. So yeah, ever since that day, I'm always trying to save as much money as I can. Now at the same time, a penny saved, a pound foolish can be applied somewhere, but you know what, it's not for today. I think I talked about 6 minutes beforehand, so I'm gonna try to make this as fast as I can. So yeah, ever since that day, I've always been trying to save, and things got pretty well. That's why I make stupid decisions. So even I get more money now, I will still try to save. So that's back then. So fast forward today. Okay, today I have did my due diligence. Let me do a quick check on my bank account here. I'm not going to show you on the screen because that's stupid. Yeah, did all my due diligence, trying to pay off debts and stuff, transferring money back to pay off stuff. So as of today, I officially have enough to probably survive for 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months without any issue. And of course, that is like living like I had a job. Now that's different, because now when you don't have a job, budget changed dramatically, and I hope it will continue even when I get a job. Yes, even though when I get a job. In fact, when I came here, I've been trying to spend less and less, because like 8 years ago, not 8 years ago, oh my god, my job 8 years ago, 7 years ago, I do buy toys and stuff, but when I came here I stopped buying, so a lot of money is saved there, which is great. Now it not to say accelerate, it proved my theory correct for a whole 8 years back then, and actually 7 years, because 2012 I bought a place, 2013 that's where I lost a job, or rather company closed, and 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, yeah, so 14, basically I start backward, 14, 6 years, you know what, make it simple, right, 6 years, so for 6 years I've planned, I'm try to do smart investment, but it wasn't that smart after all, but I'm gonna see it through anyway. So today marks the day, or rather this pandemic marks my theory has always been on the right direction, not 100% correct, just on the right direction. In fact, for the past 2 years I've been, not to say been, but I felt something that I need to save even more. In fact, when I come here, it's much easier to save more because the commitment I had in Malaysia is not as great as here. And that's why if I were to repeat the same thing here, I must be very, very cautious, because things just doesn't work that way anymore. But even though in Malaysia, with back then when I earned, it's doable, it's just that here, okay, I would say on the right time, yeah, I can, silver lining is on the right time. Yup. So always save. So now I'm gonna recap a little bit for the past few vlogs, for the past few years, is always have emergency fund. How much? Very simple. How much do you spend a day for food? That should be just times, like normally I've spent $30, 30 ringgit. In Malaysia it's 30 ringgit, so it's 900, so I'm gonna round it up, 1,000 ringgit. That's how much you should need minimum, okay, for at least 6 months. At least 6 months. Of course, you're not gonna eat out anymore, because if you're jobless, you cannot afford 10 ringgit a meal. So yeah, things will look pretty okay if you follow that guideline. So that's meal that's done, followed by necessities. So necessities and stuff that adds on. For people like me, has a house, so ouch. Normally house, the basic rule is 1/3 of your pay. The way I see it, doesn't matter it's 1/3 or not, get it as cheap as possible, but don't sacrifice certain amenities. Okay, this one I can't say anything, because for me I have certain things like on my checklist, like if I want somewhere near public transport, if the premium is high, ouch. Yeah, so for that, for all these things, how to recap on this little savings, I'll put it on the next day, because I think I have too much for the day. Yes. So yeah, covered food. I'll do financial breakdown tomorrow, and then what is my strategy for the future when everything kickstarts back. I pretty much gave a outline here. Live as cheap as possible. That's about it. Of course, don't sacrifice money for your hobbies as well. Save a little bit for hobbies, and I'll see you tomorrow. Wow, this is gonna be a very long talk for today. Thursday night. Alright, until then.